My kitchen counters are cleared, everything's cleaned off, and it's time to decorate it for fall. So go grab your fall decor and let's get our kitchens decorated together. Hello my friends, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. My name is Melissa. And in today's video, I'm going to be decorating my kitchen for fall. It's the second installment in my fall home decor series that I'm doing. And it's also part of a collaboration called Falloween, and it's hosted by Buffy Designs as well as House on Noble. I will have all of their information in the description box below, so make sure you go check it out. But today I'm also not just decorating my kitchen, but I'm also showing you a couple of kind of decorating tips or hacks that you can do for the holiday season, as well as a couple of crafts. So buckle up, get your fall decorations ready, and let's go ahead and decorate. I'm going to start decorating my kitchen over in this corner, and I'm going to use this little round wood riser, and it is going to hold this little pumpkin. This is something that I've had for years. In fact, I think it belonged to my mom before she passed away. I thrifted this book. I've thrifted so many of these books, and I use them all over the place for just little risers. You can find so many of them in different colors to match different seasons. I also thrifted this little teapot. I love this thing. It's so pretty. And I used it in a different area of my kitchen. So now I'm just going to use it in this space. And it's going to hold some little floral picks. These are little picks that I got from Dollar Tree. I'm just going to put that in there. And a lot of the decor that I use are things that I've either thrifted or things that I, have had in other places in my house, and I'm just using them in a different area. But this really helps cut down the cost of decorating your house for a season. Just shop your house, use things you already have, but use them in a different way. And so you're going to see a lot of that in my decorating for fall in my kitchen. This is a little copper or little brass piece that I got from a thrift store. I cleaned it up, and I'm going to fill it with these fall candy kisses. And then I'm going to finish this little space with these three little things that I got from Dollar Tree, just to kind of put the little, pumpkin and fall feel on this little empty space, and then this area will be done. For this little corner, I'm going to use this riser that I actually made myself. I'll have a link to that video in the description box. But I am going to lay on top of it this little doily that I purchased from an estate sale. And I found this mirror at an estate sale, and it was the last day, so I only paid $1.50 for it, but I don't want it to be used as a mirror. It's just going to kind of be artwork, and I'm going to use this scrap paper. I'm going to fit it inside of the frame, use my finger to kind of to score it where it needs to be cut, and then I'm just going to cut it with scissors, and I'm going to use little dollops of hot glue to put this onto the mirror. I don't want it to be a permanent thing because I want to be able to use this frame for other seasons if I want to, or use it as a mirror. So I'm just going to make this a little temporary decor. Once I get that down, I'm going to use a calendar that I got from Dollar Tree, And on the November page, it has this really pretty saying, begin each day with a grateful heart. And I'm going to use some water and a little paintbrush to kind of outline, and that way I can make the tears. So it's not like a scissor cut, a straight scissor cut, because I want to go over it with some antique wax, make it look like it was really old, and I am just attaching it to the front of that scrapbook paper. And then after the season, I'll be able to just take this off and use it for the next season if I want to. But I think this is just a very simple and quick fix for home decor, and I think it turned out really cute. I'm going to set the frame on the riser in the corner, and then in front of it, I'm going to use this little blue fluted vase that I got from a thrift store, and I've actually used it in other parts of my house, but I'm going to use it here. And then I'm going to use some more little picks that I've picked up from the Dollar Tree and kind of broken apart. And I'm also going to use some gold in it as well as some feathers just to kind of vary the look of it a little bit. And these little, I don't know what you call them, with the little berries on them, pick berries or something. I got that from Hobby Lobby actually, but I think that finishes off this little vase and I think it looks really pretty. Then I have these 2 candlesticks that I got from a lady off a marketplace, and I bought a big bag of a lot of different brass, and so I'm using 2 of those on the tray. And then I'm going to finish this space off with a little pumpkin, and this space is complete as well. The area in front of my stove, I don't really do too much. All I do is change out the blue and white hello sign with this welcome sign. So I'm just going to take off the cutting boards so that I can rearrange how I want it to set once I put the pumpkin sign behind the stove. I keep my stand mixer out all the time, so I like to decorate around it. I'm going to start on the right side with this basket, and that is going to hold all of the decor that I use on the right side. This is a cutting board that I made, and I will post a video to that link down in the description box as well. I have this little basket. It came with a lid, but I think I'm going to use this for my utensils, but I don't really like the color of it. I want it to be a little more brown, so I'm just going to take some antique wax. I have this little bottle that hardly had any in it, so I added some water to it, shook it up real good, and I'm just going to use this to kind of give the basket a little darkening, I guess, just a little brush of it. So get this updated a little bit. I thought I would show you the difference. You can kind of see right here the difference in just that light little brush of the antique wax and the difference it's making. You can see here I haven't covered this yet, and this is what I've covered. So just adding that little touch just makes such a big difference. Now that I have this made over and updated, I'm going to set it into the basket and put my utensils. These are just some utensils that I use year round, but I wanted to kind of mix up the colors and the look. So I'm putting those in there, but I also have these two little pieces. I think I got these from Hobby Lobby like a couple years ago, and I just include them in with the utensils to kind of give the utensil basket or crock a fall look. Now this is something that I thrifted, and it's this tiny, cute little teapot that's blue and white. So that's going to be another addition of blue and white to my decor. I'm just going to add some more little Dollar Tree picks to the teapot, and that will be my little floral arrangement. I like to have a little floral arrangement in all of my sort of vignettes. I just think florals soften the space, and I just like the way it looks. Finally, I have this little pumpkin pie rolling pin that I got from not Dollar Tree, from Hobby Lobby, and I'm just gonna set it in there, and then the right side of this space will be done. I saw this mini blanket ladder at Hobby Lobby, and I've been wanting one, so I picked it up, but it was a natural finish, and I didn't want it to be so light, so I took some more of that watered down antique wax, and I put some on it and then started wiping it back and realized that it wasn't as dark as I wanted it to be, so I just put the antique wax on both sides and didn't wipe it back because I wanted it to be darker. So if you see something you like, don't be afraid to make it exactly how you want it. Go ahead and pick it up and then make it how you want it, like I did with this little mini blanket ladder. And I'm using this as sort of a filler to this corner space. I'm going to use this little fall towel. I wish I had a different fall kitchen towel, but this is the only one I have. Trying to use, you know, as much as I can of what I already have so that I don't spend too much money on fall decor. But this is going to cover, you know, the cords. This is a lamp that I thrifted for about $3, and it's just really small, but it fits perfectly under my cabinet. I haven't had time to kind of redo it, but what I think I'm gonna do, instead of painting it and all that, I think I'm just gonna use some material. This is some material that I got from Walmart, and I am going to basically wrap it around the base of the lamp, and that way I can change it out every season with just different material. So right now, I'm going to cut out what I need to go around the base of the lamp, and then I'm just going to wrap it and tie it off with some twine. This is such a fun and easy way to take something you already have and just change it up temporarily. That way, it's great for any season. You can just buy different material. It's way cheaper than buying lamps or different lamps, you know, to match different seasons. But I ended up having to buy a rechargeable light bulb because we have an issue in our kitchen with one of the outlets, and so that kind of messed up the whole plugging stuff in and needing the blanket ladder. But I think it turned out cute, and honestly, look how cute this looks. It looks like a little pumpkin. So now I'm going to set it on another wood riser, and that is going to start the left side of my stand, my kitchen stand area. And this is a little saucer that came with a cup that I used in my coffee bar, which I will put a link to that video as well in my description box, and I'm going to use that to set the lamp on. I put out notices on my neighborhood Facebook page that I need bottles, and they always come through. They've given me so many fun shaped bottles. So I'm going to use this one as sort of a floral arrangement holder, a vase, if you want to call it a vase. So I'm going to go ahead and get this painted, and I'm going to paint it in the Waverly color called Pumpkin. All right, I have the first coat on, and as you can see the print that was on the bottle. This was not a label, so I couldn't take it off, and it definitely shows through the paint. So for the second coat, and I like doing this technique just because I like the finish of it, but I'm just gonna take my paintbrush and I'm gonna just pounce my paintbrush up and down on the bottle. And this not only gives it a good texture, but it also gives it better coverage. I have the bottle painted, and I did spray it with a matte finish spray sealer just because it's glass. I'm going to apply transfer, and I don't want the paint chipping off. I'm going to use the transfer set from Redesign with Prima, and it's called Pumpkin Patch Galore. And I love the orange and blue options. There are 3 sheets, and I think I'm going to use this pumpkin, I think. And then I'm going to use a couple of the leaves. I'll probably use this leaf and maybe this one. But I'm going to cut them out and play around with it, and then I will start applying the transfers. Applying a transfer is really easy. You just take the white paper off the back of the transfer, lay it where you want it on your project, and then you take the little stick and you rub the stick over the plastic until the transfer is transferred onto the project. Then you take the little plastic piece and you rub over it to make sure it's all laid down flat. Next, I'm just going to wrap some twine around the neck of the bottle, and I'm doing it in kind of a messy wrap. Now I want a bow for the top, so I have this one little scrap strip of orange pumpkin fabric, and so I didn't want it quite so bright, so I'm dingying it up with some of that antique wax and then tearing the piece into 2 strips. Then I'm going to use this ribbon, which I'm actually going to cut in half down the center of it. I'm going to use this lace ribbon, and then finally I'm going to use this. It looks like fabric, but it's actually ribbon. So I'm going to use it, and I'm just going to cut a few little strips about the same size as that the orange ribbon or fabric, and I'm going to just crisscross them, tie them together with some wire, and then hot glue it to the top of the bottle. And in my bag of buttons, I found a button with a leaf on it. So I'm just going to hot glue that to the center of the bow, and this little vase will be done. I went through my box of florals, and I picked out some that I thought would look good in this bottle, and I put them inside. I did add one little fall leaf, and then I'm going to finish this tray off with this pumpkin that I got from Hobby Lobby. And to finish off this space, I'm going to use this rolling pin in the mixer bowl on my kitchen stand, and then finish it off with this bead garland that I got from Pop Store, and I'm just going to drape it over the bowl, the mixing bowl, And then this area will be complete. I have the 2 windows on each side of my stove, so I'm just going to take the little florals that are in this little container out, and I have some little jars that I painted fall colors, and I use these little picks inside the jars. And these mason jars fit in the little containers perfectly, and that changes up my window area. The last space to be made over is my island bar, and this long cutting board is one that I usually keep over on the side by my fridge, but I'm going to use it in this space. And this is a lantern that I had in another area of my house, but I knew it would go good in this space, so I am using it with this little brass spittoon, I guess, that I thrifted, and I'm going to use this big thick candle. But to kind of anchor it in the brass piece, I'm going to use a little pedestal, and that is going to be the area where I set the candle down on. And then on the right side of the lantern, I'm just going to use this little H pumpkin, and it is battery operated, but I've had this for a long time, so the batteries don't work anymore, so I had to use little fairy lights in it. On the left side, I'm using this little book that I've thrifted, again with beautiful fall colors. Then I have this little this little fall plant that I've had for years, but it needs a little fullness, so I'm just going to add a few little leaves in there just to kind of make it look a little more full. And then this little brass candlestick will tie in the brass in the lantern, and then this space will be complete, and my kitchen has been decorated for fall. I'm really happy with the way everything turned out. I just love all the cozy feels of fall, and I think my kitchen decor has brought all of that in. Again, I just want to say thank you so much to Buffy Designs and House on Noble for hosting this awesome collaboration. Don't forget to check out their channels, and don't forget to watch the playlist. All of that information will be in the description box. If you're new to my channel and you love home decor, thrifting, and crafting, then I would love it if you would be a part of my YouTube family and click that subscribe button and click the like button, because it does help me out with YouTube. Make sure to leave me a comment, because I do love hearing from you, and I try to reply to all your comments. Before I end the video, I would like to share with you a Bible verse. This comes from Philippians chapter 4, verse 6. Do not be anxious about anything, but in everything by prayer and pleading with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God. I hope you're blessed by this, and I hope you have a blessed day. And if you would like to see more home decor videos for fall, then check out the boxes you see on the screen, and I'll see you next time. Bye.